What's going on, everyone? My name is Marshadow, and I'm your coach of the Monster Metagross, bringing you guys my WPF VGC draft analysis. So, if you want to join the family, join the WPF, link will be in the description. And if you're excited to see some games, if you're excited to see some games, you subscribe. It's completely free. Helps. It helps me. I want to get to 50 subs, so if you want to help me, go ahead and do that. I had third pick, and I drafted Calyrex-Shadow-Rider. What do I need to say? It's strong, base 165 special attack, and the Grimnay. Nasty plot substitute. 150 speed. Yes, it has 2 quad weaknesses, but why does that matter when that's outspeeding and outgoing everything with Astral Barrage? Oh, and you're worried about normal types? Don't worry, we can deal with normal types. We have ways of dealing with normal types. And not just Psychic or Psyshock. Whatever Psychic move we want, we have ways of dealing with normal types. Our next pick actually does a pretty good job of dealing with normal types, and that is Terrakion. Terrakion, it not only deals with normal types, but it's incredibly strong close combat, coming off of its base 129 attack stat. It also has Justified, meaning that we could run some. So we could definitely do some fun stuff using Calyrex's Dark Weakness and Justified, or we could do Beat Up Justified, because we do have Beat Up Pokemon. We do have a Beat Up Pokemon. We have multiple Pokemon to get beat up. So yeah, that could be fun. Yeah, it's a terrific wall breaker. It's pretty good holding a choice band once we get rid of the ghost, because we can just spam close combat. It has the coveted Rock Slide. The Rock Slide is a fantastic move in VGC. Simply we get hits both targets. So we have Astral Barrage and Rock Slide. Yeah, it has Swords Dance, so we have Nasty Plot and Swords Dance. Nasty Plot and the Calyrex Swords Dance on Terrakion, and this is just the first 2 picks. My next pick was Whimsicott. Whimsicott gives me Prankster. What more do I need to say? Unfortunately, it doesn't get dual screens, but it does get Tailwind, it gets Leech Seed, Stun Spore, I'm pretty sure it gets Sleep Powder. If I'm not mistaken, it gets, let's see, Whimsicott. That Sleep Powder. It does not get Sleep Powder. I thought it did, but it does get Leech Seed. It gets Stun Spore, as I said. It gets a bunch of really nice stuff. It has base 116 speed, base 77 special attack. So it can definitely hold its own in a fight if it needs to. Do not underestimate its Moonblasts and Dazzling Gleams. Yeah. Next up, we have our Intimidator Arcanine. Arcanine and Intimidator, what more do I need to say? It does get plenty of support moves. And Snarl, it gets Morning Sun, it gets Teleport. It gets so much stuff. It gets Intimidate, as I said. It gets Black Guard, but 9.9 times out of 10 we're running Intimidate. So yes. Next up we have Gigantamax Blastoise. Its signature move, G-Max Cannonade. Any residual damage is going to be appreciated. Yeah. It has Shell Smash, boosting its base 85 special attack stat, base 78 speed. It has pretty good defenses, 79, 100, 105. So yeah, hopefully this thing can put in work. As we move on to our next pick, which is Sylvali. Sylvali can be any type, but the layout will always show Sylvali normal, because I can't be bothered to download every single Sylvali. I'm always just going to show Sylvali normal, just know I can have any form of Sylvali. Base 95 across the board, 120 base power signature move, that's always stab. And a bunch of other moves that gets parting shot, U-turn, it gets a bunch of offensive moves. As I said, multi-attack is fantastic. It gets, let's see, it gets, I'm just looking for, it gets Crush Claw, that's Draco Meteor, Dragon Claw, Flamethrower, as I said, Flash Cannon, Heat Wave is great, Ice Beam, Icy Wind is nice for some speed control, Iron Head, Outrage, it gets Psychic Fangs, it has reliable recovery, sort of reliable recovery and rest. It gets Sleep Talk, so we could definitely run a Rest Talk set. It gets Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw, gets Swords Dance, it gets Thunderbolt, Toxic, then Headbutt, Excisor, lots and lots of moves. And this can be any type. It could be, we could run a defensive Sylvali Steel, we could run an offensive Sylvali Fighting or Fairy. So many options, and hopefully we will have some fun with this Pokemon. Next up we have Bisharp. This has Defiant, and I wanted a Steel type and a Dark type. What more can I say? What more do I need to say? It does get Sucker Punch. Fortunately, we won't be doing any Self-Sucker to activate Weakness Policy on Calyrex, because Calyrex just dies to Bisharp Sucker Punch, which makes sense. Calyrex doesn't pride itself on its physical bulk. Its physical defense is literally its lowest stat, which I don't know why it needs higher attack stats and defense stat, but it's fine. It does give us Defiant, which is nice, so hopefully people won't automatically put their Intimidator on. Especially since the best Intimidator in the format is Incineroar, so if they want to bring their Fire type to check this thing, well, now I have a +1 attack Bisharp. And does Bisharp actually Incineroar? Bisharp is base 70, Incineroar is base 60. Yeah, so we actually and I imagine we can find ways of dealing with it. And even if it doesn't come, just the fact that I have a Defiant Pokemon should hopefully help in this way to bring Intimidate against me. Next up we have Togedemaru. I wanted a supportive electric type, and 96 speed is great for a support Pokemon. It gets Nuzzle, it gets Reflect but not Light Screen, it gets Volt Switch, it gets Zing Zap, which is great, it gets Iron Head. All 3 of its, well, 2 out of 3 of its abilities. No, all 3 of its abilities are really good. Iron Barbs, we can definitely have an offensive, not slow, but it gets with 96 speed. But we could definitely have a defensive Iron Barbs Togedemaru with a Lightning Rod, so we can definitely do an offensive Lightning Rod Pokemon, maybe pair that with G-Max Blastoise. Or defensive Iron Barbs. It doesn't matter. I mean, defensive lightning rod, doesn't matter. And gets a bunch of nice moves. Zingzap is a great physical electric move. Yeah. Next up we have Porygon. I don't know, I need 2 more Pokemon. Porygon seemed like a thing. Nothing much to say, it's just Porygon. It can only buy light. We could definitely run a slow analytics set. Special attack, base 85 is not bad at all. Definitely would have rather Porygon 2, but I don't know. And finally we have Xatu, because I had 5 points, and I needed my last Pokemon. I said, Magic Bands isn't bad. So now we have Xatu. I needed a Psychic type, I need a Flying type. Xatu is Psychic Flying, it has a nice ability, Magic Bounce. Synchronize isn't bad, we can definitely run Early Bird Rest, only 1 turn of sleep. Yeah, so that's my draft. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're excited for some WPF battles. Join the Discord server, link in the description. And with that, I'll see you all next time. Bye.